Hello everyone, my name is S.A Qureshi and today I am going to discuss about the topic process synchronization. So without any further delay, let's start the video. Now, first, what is process synchronization? Process synchronization, it is the coordination of execution of multiple processes in a multi-process system so as to ensure that they access shared resources in a controlled and predictable manner. It aims to resolve the problem of race conditions and other synchronization issues in a confident. Now we will see the objective of process synchronization. The main objective of process synchronization is to ensure that multiple processes access shared resources without interfering with each other and prevent the possibility of inconsistent data due to concurrent access. To achieve this, various synchronization techniques such as semaphores, monitors, and critical sections are used. Synchronization is necessary to ensure data consistency and integrity and to avoid the risk of deadlocks and other synchronization problems. It plays an important aspect of modern operating systems and it plays a crucial role in ensuring the correct and efficient functioning of multiprocess systems. So, how process synchronization works? Let us understand it by an example. So, we can see that the example is on the PPT that a process A changing the data in a memory location while another process B is trying to read the data from the same memory location. Now, there is a high possibility that data read by the second process will be erroneous. Here, the word erroneous means wrong. We can see this that with the help of a diagram. What are the sections of a program? So here we can see that there are four sections of a program, like first entry section. Now, entry section, it is a part of the process which decides the entry of a particular process. Second, critical section. This part allows one process to enter and modify the shared variable. Now, what is exit section? It allows the process that are waiting in the entry section to enter into the critical section. It also checks and ensures that a process that is finished its execution should be removed from this section. Now, what is the remainder section? All other parts of the code which is not in critical entry and exit section are known as the remainder section. We, we can see that the codes which are not in any part of the section are in the remainder section. What is critical section problem? A critical section is a segment of code which can be accessed by a signal process at a specific point of time. In a critical solution, only a single process can be executed. Other processes waiting to execute their critical section need to wait until the current process completes its execution. So there are some rules that and some basic information that the entry to the critical section is handled by the wait function and it is represented by SP bracket. The exit from critical section is controlled by the signal function represented by V and Z bracket. Now, what are the rules for critical section? The critical section need to must ensure and enforce all the three rules. First, mutual exclusion. What is mutual exclusion? It is a special type of binary semaphore which is used for controlling access to the shared resources. Not more than one process can execute in its critical section at one time. So we can see that only one process at one time. Second, progress. When no one is in the critical section and someone wants to enter in it, then then those processes not in their reminder section should decide who should go in a finite time. Bound waiting. When a process makes a request for getting into critical section, there is a specific limit about number of processes can get into their critical section. So when the limit is reached, the system must allow request to the process to get into its critical section. Solutions to the critical section. In process synchronization, critical section plays the main role so that the problem must be solved. In the critical section, there are numerous and various ways to solve the critical section problem. So here we will discuss about one widely used method to solve the critical section problem, that is the Peterson solution. Now, what is Peterson solution? If a process executes in a critical state, the other processes can only execute the rest of the code and vice versa. This method, developed by Peterson, is widely used and helps make sure that only one process runs at a specific time in the critical section. So we can see from starting till now that the main objective is that to ensure one process at one time and no other process enter at that time. Now let us understand this with the help of an example. Now, let there be n processes P1, P2 up to Pn such that at some point of time every process needs to enter the critical section. There is a flag array of size n that is false by default. Therefore, the flag of a process needs to be set true whenever it wants to enter the critical section. A variable turn tells the process number waiting to enter the critical section. When a process enters the critical section, it changes the turn to another number from the list of ready processes when it is existing. We can understand the example with the help of the diagram. So you can see that there is a diagram representing the example. The program for that particular example is shown here, which you can easily see and can understand it. It is very short and it is very easy to understand. So now let's discuss about the advantages and disadvantages of process synchronization. First, we will see the advantages of process synchronization. First, it ensures data consistency and integrity. It avoids race conditions. It prevents inconsistent data due to unfair access. It supports efficient and effective use of shared resources. What are the disadvantages of process synchronization? It adds overhead to the system. It can lead to performance degradation. It increases the complexity of the system, can cause deadlocks if not implemented properly. So, in the last, let's see the conclusion. Process synchronization means coordinating the execution of processes such that no two processes access the same shared resources and data. There are four sections of a program: entry section, critical section, exit section, and reminder section. A segment of code that a signal process can access at a particular point of time is known as the critical section. So, in the last, I would like to say that I tried to tell about and discuss about the topic process synchronization in a less time and in an efficient way. Hope you like this video and you are comfortable in understanding this video. Thank you for watching the video. Thank you.